Well, hello, everyone. Take two, actually, take three, because I was just on mute again. We are continuing the reading of Elsie Lincoln Benedict's book, How to Get Anything You Want in 7 Lessons. We are finishing up lesson 6 today. We have read through this entire book together. This is a really practical, helpful tool of how our thoughts create our emotions, and our emotions create what we attract in life. What are our predominant moods? We've gone through this whole book together. This is video number 83. If you have missed any of the previous videos, be sure to look at the playlist. It's quite epic, 83 videos just on this book. We've read the whole thing together, talked about lessons. I've taught a little bit on this, but this lady right here, she's amazing. So it helps with our moods. You just witnessed it. If you watch that, I should probably keep it up. It was almost 10 minutes of me just yapping to the wind on mute on Zoom. But this is good. I don't know how it's good, but it's good. Okay, here we go. So we left off on the different keys to opening the doors wide to opportunity. She talked about key number 9 last time we spoke on video number 82. Personal appearance, just taking care of yourself, basic hygiene, showing up professionally, making sure you are, respecting your appearance, and it gives the air of respect to other people that you actually care, taking care of yourself. It looks different for everybody. It might not be a full face of makeup for some women, but like making sure you don't have toothpaste hanging off and just basic hygiene and basic taking care of yourself. Okay. So that was key number 9, personal appearance, especially in the business world and in your professional world of, making a good impression. All right. So that was key number 9. Key number 10, the 5 key types. People, like all other creatures of every species, fall into general classifications. The 5 biological types are science's most recent grouping. This classification is also more fundamental and simple than previous ones. Certain people, by reason of their power or position, often command important doors through which you should pass if you are to make the greatest progress in the shortest period of time. Your boss, chief clerk, the president of the concern, your neighbor, employee, friend, or loved one. All of these affect your life. Any of them may hold a key to the very door which comes next in your onward march. They command the next step up, as it were, and their approval or disapproval, assistance or resistance, may make or mar your chances at a critical moment. You never know nobody really holds the key, but you never know what relationships will or opportunities will come through people in any walk of life, whether it be your neighbor, your spouse, your cleaning person, your boss, whoever. We never know. I mean, your boss clearly, but we never know. And it's just a general rule to be kind to everybody. Not that we're so opportunistic thinking that we want something from somebody and maybe they hold the keys, because that's not good to think that other people hold the keys to our success, because ultimately we do. But you never know what channel it's going to come through. So it's always good to see everybody and treat them with respect. You never know where an opportunity is going to come from. So whether it be your boss, chief clerk, the president of the concerned, business you're in, your neighbor, friend, employee, loved one, any of them can hold a key, and be your next step up in whatever direction you're headed. And their approval or disapproval, their assistance or resistance, may make or break your chances in a critical moment. After a study of your own nature and of general human psychology, an understanding of each of the human types will often help you in winning such a one. Also, it will help you greatly in recognizing your own weak and strong points. Human analysis teaches you how to avoid what each type always resents and how to approach and deal with each in the manner his type always prefers. For instance, certain things which always please a fat man always displeases a thin one. Certain methods which always win a florid, high-chested man irritate the pale, long-faced one. Treatment which appeals to the small man irritates the large one, and certain actions which leave other types unruffled arouse instant and fiery anger in another. Everybody's different. You never know how people are going to take things. So she is describing each of these human types. These and hundreds of other vital factors can be seen at a glance when you have familiarized yourself with the meaning of bodily size, shape, and structure. This is really important, this next paragraph. Remember that every person you meet can, in some degree, help you onward or hold you back. And that he will do, the one or the other, largely as a result of your treatment of him personally. How do we treat people? How do we behave? What is our moods or our thoughts towards other people? Do we think they're below us? Do we think they're above us? Do we respect them? Do we kind of brush them off like they're not important in my life? You never know the channel with which an opportunity will come. And so understanding the different personalities. She's saying the five types. I think she's the five types of personality. I'm not sure if she's going to mention that in the next chapter, but we'll see. Remember that every person you meet can in some degree help you onward or hold you back, and that he will do either the one or the other largely as a result of your treatment of him personally. An understanding of the five types of human beings gives you a passkey to many doors. Dun, dun, dun. That was the final sentence of lesson number 6. So we are going into lesson number 7. She does not go into the 5 types. 5 biological types. Let's look it up. I don't think she starts talking about it in the next lesson. Let's just take a little gander, shall we? No, I don't see that. Let's look it up. Maybe it was something back in the day. I mean, I know this was way before Myers-Briggs. Okay. Okay. The 5 personality types. Biological. I'm not sure if this was from the 5 model factor. I don't know when this was, but anyways, it's this whole time. Are you joking, right? What is going on? My YouTube's playing now. Oh, this is my old video of me yelling just a couple minutes ago. All right. Openness to experience, conscientious, extroversion, agreeableness, and neuroticism. Those are the 5 traits. Anyways, Elsie, thank you so much. That was key number 5 to the 5 different types. She does not go into what they are. She's just saying beware of the 5 different types. Maybe, I don't know. I'm here with you. I'm reading this with you. Basically, just understand the different types of people, different types of human beings. Read the room, know yourself, know other people, know what people like, what people dislike, have your boundaries. You know, we don't have to please other people. We just understand who we work best with. And yeah, that's how I'm taking that. If you want doors to swing open for you, be kind to people, be generous, treat everybody with respect, respect yourself, and we will move on. I'm excited. This is lesson number 7, our last lesson of this book. We just have a few pages, y'all. I don't know if we'll get to 100, but that's okay. Maybe 96 videos. Maybe we'll top out at 90. I think we can do it. I think we can finish under 90. All right, lesson number 7. We'll read a little bit of this and then continue tomorrow. How to make your desires materialize. Lesson number 7. How to make your desires materialize. We have now covered the first lapse toward the land of heart's desire. Through definiteness, we decided on our destination. We took the first stride toward it through affirmation. By preparation, we came a long way, and as we came nearer, we recognized, in the last lesson, several entrance gates to the city of our dreams. It now remains for us only to pay the toll and pass through. The beauties inside the great city far overbalance the fee, but it must always be paid before we can enter. Each gate is a toll gate, but unlike a toll gate in that once you have paid the fee for that particular gate, you need never pay again to enter it. Always thereafter, this gate is open to you to leave or enter at will. I love that. And that's the truth. When you build something, that you truly want, it's not a business because that's outside of your control in the sense, but like within, when you build something within yourself, that stamina, the courage, like it's like riding a bike. Once you learn how to ride a bike, you only have to learn how to ride a bike once, and you can ride your bike for the rest of your life and ride it as much as you want. Your muscle memory, you remember. When you learn to walk, right? Save any accidents that happen. But this is the price we pay, like for learning how to ride a bike, falling, getting scraped. We only have to pay that price once. And then we know how to ride a bike forever. Learning how to talk, learning how to walk, there it's so worth it to learn that and to get the bumps and bruises, and then we can do it forever. Isn't that amazing? We don't have to pay it again. But if you wish to enter other sections of the beautiful city, you must go outside and enter from their other gates also, paying each its fee, after which that section is forever open to you to roam in as you choose. For although each constitutes a part of the wonderful city, each is separated from the others like the old Roman cities, where each section could be entered only from the great outer walls. So she's saying, like, I'm just picturing this great city of your dreams. And if you want to go into a certain section, you have to go from the outside in, pay the toll. Now you can get in whenever you want. But if you want to get in over here, you got to go outside the gates, pay the toll to get in here. Now you can go in and out, and you can just do whatever you want, right? You decide that. And as we read through this book, we have gotten more specific and clear. And she had exercises to walk us through to write this big list of what do we want? What would we love? Not what other people want for us or what we've been trained to want. What do you want? What what great city do you want to enter? And are you willing to pay the toll? It's worth it. And it's temporary for a lifetime of access to this great city. For although each constitutes a part of the wonderful city, so if you want to go into other places, you have to go out from the Great Wall and pay that toll. Thus, it is that any person may travel through any part or as many parts as he desires. If he prefers a restricted existence rather than pay the entrance fee, no one can make him go farther. But if he desires the widest knowledge, the richest experiences, and fullest success, he may, by paying the price for each, attain the right to roam at will through any and all that please him. We can truly have whatever we desire. It's, are we willing to put in the work? And it can be uncomfortable, it can be painful even. But if we are not living the life we want, that's uncomfortable, and that can be painful too. So let's just pick our discomfort. Look around you and you will see that the vast majority of people make the former choice. They live and die in a few sections on the outskirts of life. They think in a few areas of their brains. They run the gamut of a few emotions over and over. They pay the price for a few of life's necessities and let it go at that. The sad part of it is that they put forth as much effort to maintain themselves in those narrow existences as would be required to earn the toll price into the larger ones. That's the truth. All the effort we're putting in to maintain, like I go back to when I was, coping with depression and anxiety, and I used to use alcohol to cope. Yeah, I got temporary relief and I felt better in the moment, but it was so painful, like emotionally, physically, right? I mean, I wasn't like a hard drinker by any means, but the older you get, you don't really recover from that as fast. And your body, it's a toxin. And not that everybody should be sober. If you want to, great. And if you can drink, good for you. No judgment. But I know I could not. I personally could not. And so the pain, the effort I was putting into this coping, maladaptive coping, was just as much effort, which I didn't know at the time, as I'm putting into my sobriety and living a healthy life. I'm putting in the work either way. That was actually harder work to maintain that habit. And it was so much more painful, and it got me nowhere. It got me further behind in life than if I were to apply myself like I am now. I mean, I've always applied myself, but it's like that 1 degree. What's standing in the way of us being our full, complete selves? That is the truth. The sad part is that they put forth as much effort to maintain themselves in these narrow existences as would be required to earn the toll price into the larger ones. For although the fee itself is greater the farther you go, the easier and easier does it become to earn. We face new problems and bigger ones, but they are easier to solve than the first ones because we have developed. We've built that muscle, that strength, that stamina. It is this which makes it possible for the successful to be more successful with little effort, for the rich to make millions, for those who are already famous to win thousands of friends, where the unloved and unknown make but one new friend a year, or none. That's the whole rich get richer, poor get poorer, happier get happier, happy get happier, sad get sadder. It's because whatever trajectory, whatever road we're on, that's all we're going to get and more of it. And so if we just switch our attention, and I know it's hard, it can be hard, but just trust. Um, I don't use that term much, fake it till you make it, but do whatever it takes to brainwash yourself because you're already being brainwashed. You already are. We're washing our brains 24/7 in thoughts, in hormones, right? Are the chemicals that are bathed every time we think, and our neurons fire and wire together. What emotions, what, neural pathways do we continue to ride every single day? And how does it feel? You'll know by how it feels. Do you feel peaceful, happy, contented, or do you feel worried, fearful, stressed out? Check in with yourself. What needs to change? Maybe it's your habits, habits of thought, physical habits. Maybe it's the people you surround yourself with. Are you doing what you love? Are you happy and feel satisfied when you lay your head down on your pillow at night? Do you wake up looking forward to your day, if not excited for your day? Of course, we're not going to have glorious excitement every single day, but do you look forward to your day, or do you have this sinking feeling of, dread? Let's just check in with ourselves. How do we feel? For although the fee itself is greater the farther you go, the easier it gets. Okay, we build up muscle. Only those realize this who have tried it. The others remain behind because they assume that if it costs so much in hard work to get through the first few gateways, going farther and doing more with one's life could require more strain and struggle than they are willing to make more than it is worth. That's the fear. If it's this hard to lose the first 5 pounds, I can't lose the 80. Oh, heck no. Or if it's this hard to start a business, I don't want to run a business. It gets easier. It does. Success breeds success. Wealth breeds, it attracts wealth. It's confidence attracts confidence, to really change your self-image and do that deep, dark work that can be scary and addressing old narratives and painful memories. Once you do it, you paid the toll. You can live a different life. And it's just your willingness. I really love this. All right, let's finish up here just with today's reading. Each human being must decide for himself. But the greatest secret of the successful is that the greater the number of success, the easier becomes the gathering of the price, and the richer the joys brought by each. So the greatest secret of the successful is that the greater the number of success, the easier becomes the gathering of the price, and the richer the joys brought by each. In other words, the greater the worth, the easier the price. The distance we cover depends on the number of hurdles we are able to take and the speed with which we cover the distance between. We may run along for quite a while on smooth ground, thinking everything's going to be smooth from here on. But pretty soon, looming up ahead, we descry an obstacle. It may be a low one, which we scarcely notice, or it may be a high one. If we refuse to scale it, thinking it looks impossible, or if we are tired of running, we can stop right there, and our progress ends. The scorer marks us up on the big board as having gotten so far. But if we draw upon our courage, we will always find that this hurdle, high and forbidding though it appears, is nothing compared to some of the first ones because we have developed strength from jumping those before. A strength we are not aware of till we put it to the test, but which never fails us if we take a good running jump and try for it. Ooh, we'll end there. All right, we're on page 171. I think we have just a few more readings, y'all. I think we will get it under 90. Can you believe that? 90 different sessions we've had of reading this whole book together, sharing stories, sharing lessons. And I love her metaphors and just creating my own metaphors. I love me a good metaphor. And so I just appreciate you. Continue to watch these, have it help your mindset. I hope, and I appreciate all of your beautiful comments. This is take 2. I can't believe it. My first call today was totally on mute. I have to delete that because I don't think anybody wants to just see me on mute for 10 minutes. Maybe you do. But that is firsthand of the approach. Having a positive mental attitude, not caring, laughing. It is what it is. Moving on. I will forget about it the moment I hang up from this call. I'm not going to go post about it, tell my friends. It is what it is. I will not let that. I will remain unmoved. And that is what you gain the strength. I've jumped those hurdles. It ain't my first rodeo. You think it's my first time being live and being on mute? No. Or doing a video and forgetting to hit record. Oh, that's the worst. And you got to redo it all over again. Or your sound wasn't right, or your microphone wasn't plugged in, or yada, yada, yada. Nothing will stop you if you have a definiteness of purpose. Like my definiteness of purpose today was reading this. Just because I hit a couple hurdles, it didn't even faze me. If anything, it's probably going to make it better. My energy was better. It was lighthearted. So thank you, Anita, for pointing that out, that my mute was on. But if you want to have any other support, there are many playlists here on my channel. If you're on Facebook, I encourage you to hop on over to YouTube. And I look forward to working with you. The ways you can work with me are below in the description box. And I'm here to support you. There's a lot of exciting things happening, so keep an eye out for that. Make sure you get on my email list and get first dibs at all of the new offerings that I have. I do have one-on-ones now. I do human design, if you haven't heard about it. Click on the link to my video. I believe I have it in the description box as well. Check out human design. It's a beautiful self-discovery tool on knowing what your gifts are and how you work. I like to use it in personal branding, business, whether you're a coach, a therapist, a leader of any kind, or just somebody who wants to be a leader in your life and have more clarity. I really love those human design sessions. But of course, I have the one-on-one sessions to support you in any way that you need. I also have the package of 4, which is a really great deal, in my opinion. And I do the EMDR, eye movement desensitization and reprocessing, the IFS parts work, and then I do have the Penthouse community opening back up in May for a new cohort. I'll be traveling, so I'll be starting it back up when I return. And I'm excited about that. I am so excited about that. So stay tuned. Alrighty. And if you are on my email list, you might get a special offer for that if you're interested in my monthly community where I will have live calls and you can join me. And we're going to do some subconscious clearing, doing a little therapeutic exercises to really apply this, embody these principles. So to teach it, it's like lecture in lab, to really understand these principles and then apply it, embody it live in session together. Thank you again for all your support. I will see you tomorrow. Have a beautiful night.